What's up, y'all? Jay Anthony checking in. I appreciate you for tuning in to the Jay Anthony YouTube channel. So right here, man, I've got what we call a bucket truck. Now, of course, I would not put my company name behind this truck if it wasn't reliable. So don't think that bucket means unreliable. No, bucket means the way that it looks. It can be very deceiving. So this truck looks like it hasn't been taken care of. So I'm about to give you an idea of a truck in this price range, which we call a bucket, is now it's now a $5,000 truck, which was a $3,000 truck. So let's kind of get into that. And guys, when you watching this video today, I want you to really understand that things are different. The market entirely is different. Like, you might be seeing this video and be like, man, this should not be a $5,000 truck, but it is a $5,000 truck, period. Like, you can go out and you can compare prices and stuff like that. You see trucks like this listed at $6,500 in worse condition with more miles. You know what I'm saying? You go check it out, motor knocking, still $6,500. So let's talk real quick. So during pre-COVID, I could have got this truck in wholesale for about, a truck in this condition, I say $2,000. And the reason why I would pay $2,000, really $1,800, because I would try to be at like 21, 22 after fees and stuff like that, because on the back end, I would want to sell this truck for about $3,500. So what happened was COVID came. After COVID, you got the pandemic, all that nonsense, right? So now you got a higher demand of vehicles like this because new cars ain't being produced, right? Y'all know this whole story, man. So you get a high demand in trucks like this, $3,500, $4,000, $5,000. So it made a $3,500 truck now become a $5,000 truck because so many people wanted it. So it naturally, that's economics, man. Come on now. Prices are gonna go up. Boom. So now what people thought 2023 come, 2022 come, oh, now I'm finna be able to get me a $3,000 truck. No, it doesn't make sense because these trucks have already established their value. They have already proved to the market that they are, for one, more reliable than newer trucks, because people learned that more when they got away from the newer trucks. You see what I'm saying? You could get away from the newer trucks by option, but you were forced in 2020 to get away from the newer trucks because they wasn't being produced. It was a chip shortage. So you had to go buy something used. So these trucks had an opportunity to prove themselves, and that's exactly what they did. They proved themselves, and now people really want these trucks. When somebody come look for a work truck, guess what they go look for? They go look for an old Ford, old Chevy, old Dodge. They go look for an old truck that they don't got to deal with no electronic crap with. So what we got here, we have an old, reliable Chevrolet bucket truck, a work truck. This truck is for somebody that either is going to work it or is going to drive it every day. So he not looking at all of this. You know, what me and you see, we looking at the roof, the hood, we get, I don't want that truck ugly. But really, when you look at the details, it's still a decent truck. And this truck drives fantastic. It runs really, really good. You know what I'm saying? So look at this. Look at the inside of the truck. So you can't tell me the truck, oh, it got stains. No, ain't no stains on the truck. Ain't no cracks in the dash. You see what I'm saying? So it's still a good truck, guys, but we just call it a bucket truck because of the way that it looks. It looks like, man, you know, I don't really like that truck. I'm not paying $5,000 for that, but that's the market. You cannot deny the market. You can try and go find a truck like this for $2,500, $3,000, whatever you think it's worth, but you're not gonna find it. The market is what it is. So guys, I really want to focus on that though when we really talk about that, because it's a big deal. From a $3,000, $3,500 truck is now a $5,500 truck. It's like, dang. But when you really, really think about it, it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to, man. These trucks is just proving themselves. Come look on this side real quick. So so it's got a dent over here. It's got a dent right here. You know what I'm saying? And let me crank it up too, because I should have been did that. Run like a champ, dude. Let me pop the hood real quick, man, because Nice. So it's got a 5.3. This truck has 190,000 miles, and I will be posting this truck at $59.50. So I'm not gonna negotiate on this truck because, for one, I've already studied the market. I already know what's out there in comparison to this truck. So I already know what's out there for $5,000, $5,500, and nothing compares to this truck. You might see something with a better, that ain't got all this stuff on the hood and roof. This is like Bellline. I don't know why they put this on here, but ignore that. You might find a truck that ain't got all this nonsense. The paint might be in better condition, but this truck runs like a champ, and it's clean interior. Those are two very good components when you're talking about in the lower end of price range. When you get into the higher end of price range, this stuff starts to matter. The higher you go in price, the more that cosmetics start to matter. So the reason we are so low in price range, that this cosmetic little stuff like this, it doesn't matter. It's not affecting the value of this truck because we already at the bottom of the market right here. So keep that in mind, man, when we talking about old trucks, cheap trucks. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I hope this got you a little bit better understanding of why the market is the way it is, why cheap stuff is selling for a little bit higher, but it's still cheap. A cheap truck now is $5,500, $5,000. A cheap car is $5,500, $5,000. You know, that's the new cheap. The old cheap was $3,000, $3,500. It's just different now, guys. You gotta become adjusted to that. It's inflation. Now, do I think that's going to change? No, it cannot change. When you're talking about, so here's the deal. This is what you got to understand about the market. So people right now are saying that car prices are going down, which is true. I'm not knocking that. But when you're talking about old vehicles, the depreciation that's already done, it's already done with an old truck. You don't determine the value. He don't determine the value. We all determine the value by what we paid for our vehicles. So it just averaged together. So if I pay, let's say I pay I'm a consumer and I pay $5,500 for this truck, and the next man pay $5,000, he pay $55. It's averaging out with $5,250. That's what it's worth. That's the market. You see what I'm saying? So guys, you gotta have a better understanding when you outsourcing these vehicles. You seeing trucks so high. I'm hearing so much complaining about trucks are expensive. Trucks are expensive. That's the new normal, man. These trucks are just proving to the market that they are more reliable than the new generation of Chevrolet, than the new generation of any new vehicle. They are proving that to the market. So what does the market do? The market responds, demand increases, price increase, and boom. And we're only at the start of this, guys. I'm trying to tell you, we are only at the start of the GMT 800 rise. You know what I'm saying? We're not even at the peak yet. So keep that in mind, man. I think we'll hit the peak once the 2005 hits classic, official classic. Once 2005 hits official classic, and that'll be what? A long time from now, a little bit, a few years, 6 years from now. The official 2005 will be an official classic. You'll be able to go to the DMV and register your vehicle with classic plates. So keep that in mind when you're outsourcing these vehicles, man. I hope this helped. I hope this gave you a better understanding of the lower end of the market, because I still advertise some of my trucks to this tier of market, but I prefer to be 10,000 or better. I don't like trucks under 10,000. But from time to time, if I see a good truck, reliable, in this price range, I help somebody out, get them a work truck, whatever the case may be. But that's all I got for you today, man. I really appreciate you for tuning in. Jay Anthony, out.